Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, Game On, Part 56, the start of Season 56. So we got to the end of the season yesterday, myself and Matt, and quite an end. I know I probably tend to say that all the time with a lot of seasons when they end, but there's always something. It's like a soap opera. There's always like a new storyline hitting the screen. So we'll start with Matt first then. Matt, Inter Milan, the bottom line is Matt did it. But he did it the hard way. He did it the very hard way. He did it with a game to spare. And he was very, very lucky because you can see he finished on 75 points. And now the bottom line is it looked bleak. It looked very bleak because Matt's biggest rivals, for whatever reason, were Parma. And if I just show you. So you can see Parma finished with 74 points, right? And the worst part of that was, where is it now? 1, 2, 3, 4. They lost 4 games in a row there. I thought it was 6 actually, but I must have had that wrong. But their season just fell apart. And had that not have happened, they'd have won it. I mean, none of us were expecting Parma to be a force. You know, none of us were expecting that to be a force, them to be a force at all. So, nevertheless, Matt, well done. He also won the cup as well. I think he did that with total ease. He beat Fiorentina in the final. But Champions League, it wasn't to be. I'm not going to be able to show you the Champions League group because we're into the new season. But it was bizarre. Now, if anyone can answer this, he finished bang level with 10 points with Aachen and Ajax, I think it was, or with Toulouse and Ajax. There was 3 teams that finished with 10 points, right? Matt had the best goal difference, but finished third. I don't quite know why. I don't know if it's head-to-head. I don't know how the head-to-head works, because there's 3 of them. And we didn't bother going into it too much. Either way, he was eliminated out of the Champions League at the second phase, so he was a bit pissed off. In all fairness, in my opinion, he should have signed up that league earlier. And if there was a team that was going to be a big competitor, I'd have bet my money it would be AC Milan or Roma. But as I said, it was Parma. Salernitana were also giving him quite a challenge. But credit where it's due to Matt, he held firm. I think we all get our bad runs, and fortunately for Matt, Parma got theirs, and Matt crossed the finishing line. Matt's 7 players for the new season, season 56, as he looks to defend the title and make an assault on the Champions League again, are as follows. Ivic from Fulham, decent player, decent centre-half. I'm intrigued to know people's views on injury prone and what they think is too much of a risk. As you can see, this player here is a 12, and there's another reason I'm asking for that. Come to that in a moment. But I think he's a real solid defender. It's very difficult to come across central defenders. But as you can see, I think Matt probably had him when he was at Fulham, probably, in that season, 52-53. But we'll see how he flares up. George Wimmer. Now, Matt actually beat me to Wimmer. I found him on a search. I went for him, and then Matt goes, "You cunt." And Matt says he believes it's Oliver Kahn regen. Matt went for him. Matt got him. So, well done to Matt there. Not got a great auto value, but I think it is Oliver Kahn. So we'll see how he flares up. Henny Smeets. Now, when I first saw Smeets, there's a striker knocking about. I think it's Van Nistelrooy. Absolute fucking monster. But it weren't the same Smeets. But that is, I believe, that is Robben. Again, very young. Very, very young. So we'll see how he flares up. Stuart Graham from Liverpool. I don't know who he is, but Neil Lennon probably. Very, very good player. Very solid. Darko Lazic. Solid striker. Mick Taylor. Matt says he feels it's Beckham. If it's not Beckham, then it will be Lee Bowyer. And finally, Camargo. I don't know who he is. Maybe Cafu. In fact, I think it probably is Cafu. Solid player. So, 7 players for Matt. Let's talk about me, yeah? Can you all remember where I was? Yeah, of course. I was Man United. And I do stress, past tense, Man United. We left Man United in the strongest position we could have. We left them in the absolute strongest position we could have. We left them at, was it, let's just see, without doing too much spoilers. We'll see where we left them. We left them, you see, in February. Actually, it wasn't February. It was about the 27th of January, I think we left. So, this is where we left them. And I'm going to show you Manchester United. Look at that. They finished it unbeaten. We left them unbeaten. We're miles clear. You're asking yourself, why did I leave them? Come to that in a moment. Why did I leave them? But we left them, and the problem is, I say problem, we left them so strong, they went on to win the League Cup and the FA Cup, and they lost the Champions League final to AC Milan. So that's how Man United finished. But the big question is where did I move to? Well, we moved to Napoli. Big stadium, rich, plenty of money. Napoli. There was a few reasons I chose Napoli. One, never won the Serie A in this game. In 55 seasons, never won it. None of us had ever been Napoli. That appealed to me. They had money, decent stadium. The squad wasn't great. Squad is not great. And there was another reason I chose Napoli. And it's about heritage now, because my mum's Italian, and the main city, the biggest city, is Naples. So that was a little shitty fucking reason there. So I thought, let's go to Napoli. And I took over on the 27th of December, I think it was. And the shit thing about that is December, 27th of January, we had 4 days to get 7 signings in. Fuck me, that was hard work. But we managed to get it. We got our 7 signings in. There you can see, they're not the greatest players. Our reputation is nowhere near good. They were just above relegation when we took over. We fell into the relegation within 2 games because we lost 2 league games straight away. We brought Carlos Franco, who I was very, very pleased with. I thought he's a good player. We brought Hesp, who probably won't make it in. Marino. They're not the greatest players at all. Don't expect miracles here. And we finished, after a real tough run, we finished 6th. We finished 6th. We had a good, long run of games, and we have made the UEFA Cup. Very, very pleased with that, and that makes all the difference, because we're in the UEFA Cup, obviously, and we managed to get some more players in. Now, let me show you the 7 players we got in. I did some fucking extensive work to get some of these guys. Muslim, can you even call somebody Muslim? Muslim Jaskovic. We're quite confident that is one of 2 players. That is either Nikiforenko or Kutuzov. It's one or the other. Very, very good player. Still pretty young, so we'll have him. Nico Sahara. Paid a lot of money for him. Found him. I had the Kalusny regen. Didn't look the greatest. Matt had said he'd been tracking for a while, he hadn't improved, which was a bit of a giveaway for me to pull out that deal if I could find someone better, and here he was. Solid defensive midfielder. Bridden Noah from Loughran. Now, you look at him thinking he's not that great, but I found him purely looking for a winger, and his attributes marked all the ones that I was looking for, which was crossing, pace, acceleration, creativity. So, I took the punt. Sunday Yusuf. Now, this is what I was talking about, the injury proneness, because he's a fucking beast. It's a big, big risk I've taken with him. Injury prone of 16. Now, who is that? Who is that a regen of? The obvious person that everyone would be Taribo West. But I spotted yesterday, I'm sure Taribo West was defend left central, right-footed. I'm pretty sure he was right-footed. Could be wrong on that. It might have changed, I don't know. But either way, Yusuf has arrived. Baranov, wait for it. Baranov, injury prone 14, but who is that? That looks like that is Sigalko regen, but the injury prone is a bit of a worry. And our last one was Oscar Rivas. Fuck knows who he is. Monster, paid a lot of money for him. And there we see we are all set up for the new season. we're in Italy, and I don't regret leaving Man United, despite how I left Man United. I do not regret leaving them, for the simple reason we're in Italy. It's what we said about where we wanted to go. I don't think the Roma. Would I have wanted Roma in Milan and Inter? Yes, I would have. But this is different. This is almost starting again. Someone we've not been, a fallen giant, a sleeping giant. Here we are, and that is the end of today's part. Chances are we're going to fire out another big couple of sessions over the weekend. Probably get a little bit of free man in as well. And until next time from me, guys, take it easy.